Welcome to Crypto Plus, where we bring you the latest information on cryptos, blockchains, definance, and futuristic investment vehicles. Today is Sunday, the 1st of August 2021, and we're conducting our regular weekly update of Nicci's cryptocurrency portfolio, which has now turned into credit. And in fact, we've seen a $5,000 turnaround on a $20,000 investment since last week. So let's take a look. Welcome to Crypto Plus. It's Sunday, 1st of August 2021, and it's 13:31 GMT plus 1. And we are reviewing Nicci's portfolio, who is with me today. Nicci, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Richard.
Now, Nicci, some good news. When we last spoke, or at least videoed, which was 7 days ago, you were showing a deficit of $3,232.
I was.
Now today, you're in profit to the tune of $1,500 and nearly $70. What a turnaround, Nicci. Almost a $5,000 turnaround. But I've noticed something. Your equity is $30,000. Whereas last week it was 18. So have you sneaked some secret funds into your account? And if so, tell us why.
I have, yes. I've added another 10,000. The reason for doing that is we had those dips a week or so ago. I'd planned on buying more crypto as the price was falling. So I put some more money in my account ready for when that opportunity arose.
Well, that's great. Well, let's have a quick look at the different cryptocurrencies you have. Are there any new ones since last week on here? I've noticed Shiba is one. Are there any other new ones, Nicci?
Shiba is the new coin there were 3 coins added by eToro, one of which I bought, which was Shiba. They also introduced Engine and what was the other one? I forget now. Maker.
But you haven't bought those yet?
No, I bought some Shiba.
Okay, well, while we're on Shiba, let's have a look. You've put in $350. You're up $5.40. Most people in crypto world realize this is just a meme coin.
It is.
So why did you buy it?
A few reasons, really. With Shiba, it is a meme coin. However, it's very popular on social media, and one of the things that attracted me is their ethical standpoint, because they've given a large amount to charity, which none of the other coins have done, and I quite like that, and so I thought I'd give them a little bit of support.
Even though that may be, I'm not saying it is, but that may be a marketing ploy to encourage people like you who like donating to charity. Just a marketing ploy to con you into investing, then. Well,
if it is a marketing ploy, then they've hooked me in, haven't they? So,
okay, well let's
done to Shiba.
Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin, you've put in $5,500. You've averaged your purchase price at $33,496. If you were to sell it today, you'd get $41,535. So you're actually $1,333 up.
Yes.
What's happened? Why has Bitcoin risen so dramatically, and how did you get it so right? Why were you confident?
Well, the bulk of my purchases with Bitcoin were a couple of weeks ago now. As it was dropping, I continued to buy. As you know, I set up those trade orders. This week has been quite a remarkable week for crypto. It's been on a very nice upward trend. If you recall, on the 20th, when there was a huge dip, I did purchase quite a bit of crypto, not as much as I would have liked, and I was hoping that we were going to have another small dip so that I could buy some more, but that hasn't happened. So, it's win-win, really. My profits are going up, but equally, it does mean that I'm a little hesitant to buy more whilst, perhaps not getting the best price.
At what price will you sell these Bitcoin, Nicci?
I did sell one Bitcoin this week, and I sold I my investment was $350, and I sold it at 38,135, which was a profit, or a total amount returned was $444.
So why did you sell that then? And you've obviously bought more since, so you've bought in at a higher price. Can you explain the logic?
Yes, I did. So what I did with Bitcoin, and I did also with Cardano, is I sold a small part of my investment in the hope that once the price fell a little bit, I'd reinvest the same amount. So with Bitcoin, as you know, I invested $350 and I got back $444. With Cardano, I invested $350 and I got back $445. The idea being that if it dropped again, I would spend that entire amount reinvesting and then therefore end up with some more coins. However, what did happen is the price went up. So,
but now you've bought again at what level? What sort of level have you been buying at? Because you've bought more Bitcoin back, haven't you?
Yes, I had a purchase. My most recent purchase was this morning, and that was for $700, and I bought it at 41,922.
Right, which is roughly where it is now. It's 41,931. So you sell $400 worth at 38, and yet you buy $700 worth at nearly 42. So what's the thinking behind that?
Well, there's been quite a lot of positive news regarding Bitcoin, and I think you can perhaps elaborate a little later on the news that's come in regarding what's happened in Germany. But the reason I've spent more is that I think it's a popular view at the moment that the prices are gonna go up quite significantly. So I thought I'd just get some more money in.
Yeah, you referred to Germany. It was reported either Friday or over the weekend. Yes, Friday, I think, that Germany is passing a law on Monday enabling institutional funds to invest up to 20% of their assets in cryptocurrencies. They didn't name Bitcoin specifically, but logic will dictate it's probably going to be one of the top 1, 2 or 3, or maybe others if they so wish, but broadly Bitcoin is likely to be the major beneficiary.
Yes.
But we've got some interesting news on Ethereum coming out, I believe, on Wednesday, whereby the number of coins in existence will reduce. And, of course, they're moving to, I believe, Ethereum 2, or there's some development there. So we've seen a huge rise in Ethereum's price, bearing in mind that just 2 weeks ago, it was standing at $1,700 and just over $50. It's now $2,600 to buy, almost $1,000 higher. And you've benefited because you were actually in the red on Ethereum. Nicci, now you're $460 in credit.
If you drill into Ethereum, you'll see the investments I've got that I've retained. I have sold some. And I bought some, I think it was on Saturday, another $350 worth. I've missed out a little bit in that I wanted to buy more and I was waiting for the price to drop a little bit and it didn't happen. And I've been doing it exactly the same today. I'm wanting to buy more, but I'm just hoping it drops a little bit. But if you look at the purchase I made on the 10th
of June,
$1,400, up until this week, really, that was very much in the red to the tune of a few $100s. And it does show you really what a leap Ethereum has taken in the last few days.
Absolutely. We both thought you bought at too high a price.
Yes.
At roughly 2,500. And you had, to be frank, you could have not bought then, but you were very keen on the 10th of June and you put quite a bit of money into crypto. But of course, ironically, it's paid off. Your Ethereum Classic's doing well too. You've only put 1,400 in. You've got 300 profit. You're up 22%. And you've only been in that less than 2 weeks.
Yes.
So that's doing very nicely. Cardano's still at a loss there. Down 40, although that's picking up now and improving.
It is overall, but I made a purchase on the 20th, which is currently up 27%.
Let's have a look. Yes, that's up 94. You bought $350 worth.
And again, there was the order which I sold this week, which gave me a a nice profit.
Ah, I see you bought it at the price I told you, actually. I said 107 and you managed to get it at 106.
There we are.
Well done, Nicki. You listened to me at last.
Now and again.
Okay, Dogecoin, this is your dog in more ways than one, isn't it, Nicki?
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, as we mentioned before, I was going to just keep this. In fact, I'm going to put it in a hard wallet that I purchased this week. But the thing I'm noticing week in, week out is that with Dogecoin, when the markets are dropping, it's dropping more. And then when the markets are rising, it's rising less. So it's a dog, really.
But you're not tempted just to get out completely?
No, I'm just going to put it in a hard wallet and leave it and hope for the best.
Looking at Binance, now you're up $224. You've done extremely well here. When you consider now that not just Visa, but a whole range of credit card companies, are actually forbidding the transfer of payments to the Binance platform. And you may not be aware of this, but one of the largest cryptocurrency channels yesterday, the head of that, I think his name's BitBoy, actually said he's now removed all of his cryptocurrencies off the Binance platform. And this is a guy who's got over $10 million invested in crypto assets.
Right.
So you're still confident, yet the market's suggesting otherwise. What is it about Binance you think that even major cryptocurrency players are now avoiding?
Well, if you notice, I know I was very keen about it a few weeks ago, and I haven't really purchased any more since then. So my profits are from those initial purchases, and it's not that I've lost interest in Binance. It's just that at the moment my focus is elsewhere. So that's just sat there, and the profit is increasing slightly on it, but I'm not really focused on Binance at the moment.
But you were extremely keen and saying to me, this is the one for the future. Do you still hold that view?
No, you know what I'm like. I change my mind every 5 minutes. So my new one's Ethereum Classic,
Okay, Litecoin still in the red there. That one really hasn't picked up since your initial... It's improved, but you're still underwater there. Let's wait and see what happens on that. Comp, that's a relatively new one, down $35. What's occurred there? You were very keen on Comp, I noticed at the time, and
no, I wasn't at all. Comp was just the one that I bought.
One of the new ones.
Release.
Yeah, so you bought it. You bought it for speculative reasons, hoping that was going to go. Now, this is one I missed out on. Matic. I predicted it would go down to 74 cents. And it went down to 78. I was going to buy, and I thought, no, I'm convinced it's going to 74. And I don't know if I said this last week. I think I did. I went to sleep. When I woke up, it was in the 80s, but it had fallen to just under 74, and I hadn't put a purchase order in. And look at it now. You could sell it at 107. So that's a 34 cents gain on what was then a 74 cents coin, or not quite 50%, but 45% gain.
What a shame you missed out, Richard.
I am totally of all the crypto opportunities I missed, that one is the most galling. And that's it then, Nicki. No other coins at the moment. Anything sort of you got your eye on?
I'm just wanting to build up my Ethereum and Bitcoin a bit more. As I said to you, I've purchased a hard wallet this week, so tomorrow or Tuesday I'll be setting that up. I'm setting aside a whole day because it's all a bit complicated for me, so I want to make sure I do it right. And then I'll be transferring a few of the coins, Shiba, Dogecoin, and maybe a bit of my Bitcoin I'll be putting on the hard wallet just to protect it.
And what's the theory behind that rather than keeping it on the exchange?
Well, I mean, all best advice tells you to get it off an exchange, particularly if you're not trading it. With regards to eToro, it's one of the safer platforms, but it's still not bulletproof. and it's not under the FSCS. So if something happens and the exchange collapses, I lose my coins. So it's always a good advice to get it onto a hard wallet if it's something that you're not trading.
Okay, that's sound advice. One last question, Nicci. You've got 30,000 equity in this account. If I click on it, it shows that it's valued at 21,000. I think you put about 20,000 in, yes,
I did.
in British pounds. Are we going to see that figure go up next week by further injections of capital?
It depends how the week progresses. If there's a big plummet in the pricing, then yes, it will, because I'll put some more money in and buy some more. So we'll see. If it keeps rising, probably not.
Now, before we go, I want to move over to an actual equity, a share, but it's called Argo Blockchain share price, ARB, Argo Blockchain. Now, this is actually an equity as opposed to a cryptocurrency, is that right?
Yes, Argo Blockchain is listed on the London Stock Exchange. As you know, Richard, I'm more comfortable with shares than with crypto. And historically, I've only ever really traded with shares on the FTSE 100, with the exception of one that was on the FTSE 250. Now, with Argo Blockchain, it's a Bitcoin mining company based in the States, but on the London Stock Exchange. So the interesting thing for me is that it's probably even more volatile than the likes of Bitcoin. The the spreads or fluctuations on this particular share can go up or down by 20 to 30% over the course of a single day. So over the last 5 weeks or so, I've been buying it when I believe it's low and selling it when it's high. And there was one moment there was a bit of a white knuckle ride because the price plummeted, and I kept buying, hoping that it would stop and then I could sell, and it just kept dropping. But I waited it out, and within a week I got a profit of 3,900 and odd pounds. So overall, over the 5 weeks, that's actually been far more profitable for me than cryptocurrency, and my total profit cash in hand is in the region of about £5,300.
Wow, in 5 weeks.
In 5 weeks.
5,300 in dollar terms, that's approximately, almost, not quite, $7,500. And for what sort of investment are we talking about?
Mostly £5,000 and making somewhere between 300, 400 and 500 profit within this course of 24 to 48 hours. But there was one point where, like I say, the price kept dropping and I kept buying, and I'd put in an investment of nearly £35,000. And at one point it was there was a loss of £9,500, so I got a little bit worried, but then it all bounced back up and I sold it.
Yeah, because if I recall, the price was as low as, what was it?
85 pence.
85 pence, and now it's £1.30.
Exactly. And on Friday it hit 140 or 145.
Wow.
It really does rocket up and down. It really is a yo-yo.
So this isn't advice. We're not giving investment advice here. But generally, what price do you tend to buy at and what price do you tend to sell at? What's your scalping method?
Well, on Friday, I don't like the idea of retaining the shares over a weekend, because of course crypto is 24/7, 7 days a week, whereas this is Monday to Friday, 8 till 4:30. So on Friday I bought some at 126, I think 127, and I sold at 130, 130 some, I don't recall, but I made a profit of just over £100, which for a day is absolutely fine. But I tend to buy somewhere between 127 down to about £1. It just depends on the price on the day.
You were buying regularly though at about 120 and then selling at 130, 135, weren't you? For quite a while, I think.
Well, there was a couple of trades, yes.
Okay. Well, Nicci, great news. You're up on your equities and you're up on your cryptos.
Oh, I do have a question for the viewers, though. I would be interested to know if somebody has any comments on the platforms they use for buying and selling shares, UK shares. I use Halifax and their customer service is diabolical, and I'm not happy with the site. Goes down constantly. If anybody uses sites such as Hargreaves Lansdowne or has any comments about sites that they use that they're particularly happy with, I would welcome those, because I'd like to move if possible.
But you want them to be British sites?
I do. Yeah, the main ones.
Okay. Nicci, thank you very much. Thank you for sharing your insights.
You're welcome.
Disclaimer. Under no circumstances what we cover in these videos should be deemed as investment advice, nor an invitation to invest in any of the vehicles or products we mention. We're not authorized practicing financial advisors, and you should please be minded of that. Before you consider any investment whatsoever in any field, we recommend that you speak to a regulated professional financial advisor. Thank you. Have a great day.